This is my do-it-yourself manometer I made to check the pressure coming out of the regulator on my four-wheel camper. We had a problem at the campout where our heater would not light. I could only get a low flow from the regulator. What you see here is a 3/8 inch plastic tubing that hooks the manometer, goes up, and it reads water columns of pressure. As I turn it on, you see the water column will rise. It goes to about 7.5, 8 inches of water column pressure. We should have 12 inches of water column pressure. Now I'm turning the valve on the other side. It drops off to 1 inch of water column pressure, so the regulator is not putting out enough to maintain both sides of the burner. Turned it off. It slowly rises back up, stops about the same 8 inches. This tells me that my regulator is not working. Next, we will show you the adjustment of the regulator. This picture shows the small white disc that's underneath the black cap on your regulator that you can unscrew. Turning it out decreases the pressure put out by the regulator. Turning it in increases the pressure. I turned it in a couple of times, got a very small increase. I turned it all the way in. In the next video, you will see how much pressure I can get out of this regulator. I have adjusted the dial on the regulator. The most I can get is 10.5 inches. This is with the dial turned all the way in. My heater is running at this moment. I froze to death at the campground in the morning. I didn't know I was able to make it work, but if I turn on my stove, watch what happens now to the water column. It disappears, it goes to nothing. My heater valve just clicked off for the safety, so the flame went out. I'm holding about 2 inches of column pressure. That is not enough to keep the heater going and the stove at the same time. When I shut the valve, nothing will change. It stays at 2.5 inches. So I need a new regulator.